2026 Honda Civic is expected to keep doing what it's always done best. Feel easy to live with every single day while still having that little nice-to-drive spark. Design-wise, the Civic's shape stays clean and low, with crisp lines and a tidy stance that doesn't scream for attention. Depending on trim, you'll likely see 16-inch wheels on the entry models and sportier 18s up top, plus small aero touches that make it look planted without going full-bore racer. The lighting signatures should stay sharp and modern, and the whole vibe is more mature compact than flashy, good for folks who want something that won't look dated fast. Step inside and the Civic usually punches above its weight. Expect a simple dash layout, good sightlines, and materials that feel solid where you actually touch them. Screen-wise, the base setup is typically a 7-inch center touchscreen, with higher trims moving to a larger 9-inch unit. The driver display also tends to scale with trim, often a 7-inch cluster on lower models and a larger 10.2-inch digital cluster on upper trims. On the nicer versions, features like wireless Apple CarPlay/Android Auto, a wireless charger, and a premium audio system are likely, but exact packages can vary by market and trim. Now the good stuff, powertrains. The standard Civic is expected to stick with a 2-liter 4-cylinder around 150 horsepower and 133 lb-ft of torque, paired with a CVT and front-wheel drive. It's not trying to be a rocket, more like smooth, predictable, and low stress in traffic. The hybrid is the one that should feel stronger in real-world driving. It's typically rated around 200 total system horsepower, and the electric motor torque, often listed at 232 lb-ft, gives it that quick step-on-it response around town. MPG in a moment, but on driving character alone, the hybrid is likely the calmer, quieter, and more effortless option. On performance, a reasonable expectation is mid-minus 6 seconds 0-60 mph capability for the hybrid in good conditions, while the non-hybrid will likely live closer to the high-minus 8-second range. More important than the stopwatch, though, the Civic's steering is usually light but precise, the body control is typically well-sorted, and the ride tends to be firm enough to feel stable without beating you up. Higher trims with bigger wheels may ride a bit sharper over rough pavement, and road noise can creep up on coarse highways, but overall it's generally one of the more locked-in compacts to cruise in. Price next. In the US, a sane estimate is a starting point in the mid-minus $20,000 range for a base Civic, with well-equipped trims climbing into the low-minus $30,000 range, especially the higher hybrid models before destination and fees. Final pricing and availability will vary by trim and region. For safety, expect a full suite of advanced driver assistance features, typically including automatic emergency braking, lane keeping support, and adaptive cruise-type functionality, with some features, like blind spot monitoring, often depending on trim or options. Verdict: if you want the simplest budget-friendly play, the standard Civic is likely the move. If you want the best everyday feels nicer than it costs package, the hybrid is expected to be the sweet spot, more punch, better efficiency, and still Civic easy to live with. Watch next, pick a video on screen, and hit subscribe. Thank you so much guys for your support. Comment your name with your city, I will give you a shout out in next video.